Okay, so what we have here is we have the distance between each city. What we're trying to find is the angles of each city, but we don't know any of those. So to do that, you have to use law of cosine. Law of cosine, you basically put in the biggest side. You can use, there's a squared, b squared, or c squared, but right now, c squared is the biggest side. So the formula is c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine c. But you can plug in the numbers and then do it from there, or you can just go ahead and work the formula out and then put in your numbers. So what I did was I moved a squared over to the left and b squared over to the left, and then I divided negative 2ab and then had the formula already. Then what I did was I plugged in my numbers. C squared is 1080, and then b squared is 1073.3 squared, and then minus a squared, which was 804.9. And then I divided by that part of the formula, so negative 2, and then a and b squared. Then I did the top. I got the top part, which was negative 649,624.9, and then I divided by what I got on the bottom, which was that. And then once you divide those two, you get cosine C equals 0.3713766061. You want to use all of your numbers until the very end, then you can round it to the 100th or 10th, whatever you have on your board. And then to find the angle to anything, you have to use the inverse of it. So I used cosine of what we had. So to find C, the angle, I used the inverse cosine of this previous answer. And then I found the angle in my calculator, and it gave me 68.20. And that was, C's angle. So that was 68.20. Now, once you already have one angle, you can find the other angles by using law of sine. So let me erase all of this. Now, you have to write down all of the laws of sine. So you have a over sine of A equals little b over the sine of big B equals little c over the sine of big C. Now, we already have C, so we're trying to find, you can find either A or B because either one, they all equal each other. So let's just use B because it's, the second biggest whatever. So we know the side B, which is 1,073.3. But we're trying to find sine B. And it equals, we know what C is. It's 1,080 over sine of 68.20. Now, once you have that, you cross multiply. So you're going to have sine 68, well, actually you're going to have 1,000 in front of sine, my bad. 1,073.3 times sine 68.20. And then you're going to have it equal to sine B 1,080. Next, what you do, because you're trying to find sine B, you're going to divide the 1,080 out. And you're going to do that to both sides. So that crosses out. And then you just have sine B. So then you have sine B equals 1,073.3. I don't know if you can see, sorry. Sine 68.20 all over 1,080. And then once you work that out with your calculator, you're just going to plug it into your calculator. You're going to get sine B equals 0.922725776. Now remember, whenever you're trying to find B, what you do, whenever you're trying to find any angle, you put it into your calculator and you use the inverse of the angle. So I'm going to use B equals sine inverse this answer, so 0.922725776. And that answer is B equals 67.33. We're just going to round it to the nearest hundred. And so that's angle B. Now, pretty much right here, once you have two angles, you know that all angles equal 180. All three angles add up to 180. So you don't have to use the formulas anymore, and you just do simple math, and you do 180 minus your two angles that you have. So 68.20 minus 67.33, and your answer should be and the last angle is 44.47. So that's your last answer, and that's how you find the angles of missing triangles. So that's all. Have a good day.